It's something a lot of us feel. You get married, you're full of so much hope and excitement, and then things get challenging, unexpectedly hard. So today, let's talk about why that happens. And more importantly, from a spiritual point of view, what's the real purpose behind it all?
And this is the big question, right? It just kind of pops into your head, maybe late at night or after an argument. That initial honeymoon phase wears off, and suddenly you're looking at everything and just thinking, why did this get so hard so fast? And believe me, if you're feeling that, you are definitely not alone. It's way more common than people let on.
So a huge part of this feeling comes down to this massive gap, the one between our expectations and, well, reality. We go in thinking it's going to be all love and ease and just perfect harmony. But then life happens. You get hit with difficulties, these emotional storms, and suddenly you're asking all these questions you never thought you'd have to. And that clash, man, it can be really, really jarring.
Okay, but here's where we need to kind of shift our whole mindset. Because in Islam, these challenges, they aren't a mistake. It's not a sign that you failed or picked the wrong person. It's not some random coincidence. It's actually part of the plan.
See, these challenges are a really core part of our spiritual journey. Allah tells us in the Quran that He will test those who believe. And guess what? Marriage is seen as one of the biggest, most significant tests we can face. It's like a sacred training ground for your soul.
So what's the point of this test, really? Well, it's all about building up our most important qualities. It's a test of your patience when you're just about to lose it. It's a test of your character when the pressure is on. And most of all, it's a test of your faith, your ability to trust that there's a reason for all this, even when you can't see it.
But, that word test can sound a little scary, can it? It's totally natural for your mind to jump to, wait, is this a punishment? Did I do something wrong?
And this is so important. We have to resist jumping to those negative conclusions. Hardship in a marriage doesn't automatically mean something is wrong or broken. And it's not always about things like evil eye or black magic. The real reason is usually something much more personal, and honestly a lot more hopeful.
And here it is. This is the main takeaway. Sometimes that hardship you're feeling, it's just growth. It's not there to break you down, it's there to build you up.
So this whole marital storm, it's not just chaos. It actually has a purpose, a process. First, it works on chipping away at our egos, right? It forces two people who think I all the time to start thinking we. Second, it teaches us Sabr, and we'll talk more about that in a second. And third, through all of that, it builds a real, deep understanding between you and your spouse.
Okay, let's zoom in on this word, Sabr, because it's so much more than just patience. It's not about just sitting there and gritting your teeth, waiting for things to pass. It's an active thing. It's endurance. It's resilience. It's choosing to keep going with grace, all because you trust there's a bigger picture, a higher purpose you're working towards together.
And I really want you to hear this. Going through storms doesn't mean you have a bad marriage. It means you have a real one. Seriously, even the best, most solid couples go through this stuff. The real secret is that when you navigate these storms with faith, something amazing happens. It brings you closer to Allah, and in the end, it brings you so much closer to each other.
Okay, so what if this is you? What if your marriage feels heavy, like right now, in this moment? What do you do?
Well, there's a path forward. It's a 3-step game plan, really. Number 1, make dua, turn to God. Number 2, have patience. That's sabr we just talked about. And number 3, check yourself, fix your own intentions, and remember why you're in this marriage in the first place. And just to be clear about dua, it's not just reciting prayers. Think of it like a real, raw, honest conversation with God. It's you, laying it all out there, your fears, your struggles, and just asking for strength, for guidance, for a little bit of ease.
And here's the beautiful part. This is the promise that makes all the struggle worth it. What starts with difficulty doesn't have to end in difficulty. If you approach it with faith, it can actually end with barakah.
Barakah. What a powerful word. We often translate it as blessing, but it's so much deeper than that. It's this beautiful feeling of divine grace, of growth, of abundance that you can really feel in your relationship. It's the ultimate reward for getting through that test with your faith intact. So at the end of the day, it all comes down to this. Trust the plan. Even when it feels impossible, when you can't see where you're going, trust that Allah knows exactly what your heart needs to grow.
And this whole idea isn't just about marriage. It applies to everything. So I want to leave you with a question to think about. What's a storm in your life right now? It might feel awful, but what if it's actually a hidden chance for you to grow?